Hello, I'm David Chaston and joined by Craig Simpson, our Senior Analyst. And we want to introduce to you today a new way to look at KiwiSaver. We're professional analysts and we struggle with what the various measures are supposed to tell us about how each fund performs. Most are highly technically accurate on the basis of how they're constructed, and the government has recently mandated a new returns benchmark, but it has left us underwhelmed. Most KiwiSavers will really struggle to get their heads around what these numbers mean. So we're going to take a few minutes to look at a new approach. What we want to do is measure what goes on inside your KiwiSaver account. Many of you will have downloaded your account transactions, and no doubt you are overwhelmed by the sheer volume of detail in there. Our new approach can help you make sense of that and compare outcomes with other funds. The big new innovation we are launching is to recognise that you are saving regularly into your account. Over the years, your payroll deductions, your employer contributions, plus the government contributions are building up in your account. Returns on the early small balances are nowhere near as important as the returns on your later and larger account balances. Let's look at this graphically. Let's assume you started contributing to KiwiSaver in 2008.
In the first year, your contribution was relatively small, but the government helped with that $1,000 kickstart. Then over the next few years, these contributions built on each other, as we can see on the graph. And now you have a significantly important investment. But before we go any further, a note on these numbers. Obviously, we don't know your account. What we've done is establish a benchmark KiwiSaver who joined at the end of March 2008 and has income of a median 28-year-old. And we're assuming that they had their employer making contributions at the standard rate. On that basis, they now have contributed $7,015. Their employer has contributed $4,910, and the government has put in $5,171. That makes the total contributions in their account $17,096 over the whole period from April 2008 to September 2013.
What we think is important is not the percentage earnings, but the dollar gains above that $17,096 that your fund manager has earned on your contributed investment. And we can work that out on the same basis as your account is valued.
Yes, and the value of your fund today can be compared with the equivalent value in any other fund. As anyone will tell you, past performance is no guide to the future. But at the same time, a fund manager's track record is an important foundation for an investor to understand. Some are better at what they do than others. The key is to look over the long haul. And you do this, you have the option to change your managers and who manages your KiwiSaver contributions. You also have the choice about what type of fund to invest in, whether it be conservative, balanced or growth.
Well, let's look a little closer at our benchmark results for the key default funds. This will show you how our new approach can help you compare them in a meaningful and understandable way. We're interested in the dollar gains over time, after all fees and after all taxes, effectively what your account is worth now. The gain, in simple terms, is the difference between what was contributed and what it is worth now. As we noted before, contributions in your account have been made by you, your employer, and the government, who have regularly and consistently made these contributions over the years. But in that time, it is likely your earnings have risen from pay increases as you get more experience, especially as we assume that you were 28 when you started in KiwiSaver. We call this a regular savings profile. The fund manager's job is to earn a return on these contributions. Measuring the dollar gain is the most practical way to compare funds.
Here are the gains for each default fund on the same regular savings contribution streams. And once we know these contribution patterns, we can work out the equivalent you have earned over the period to match the fund manager's performance. This is not the same as what the fund managers say the unit price returns are, but the equivalent return is importantly different because it's based on the timing of your regular savings contribution pattern. Unit price returns are not. It should be crystal clear that returns in the last few years will give you a bigger dollar increase in your fund value than those in the earlier years, simply because your investment is that much larger.
So there it is. Among the default funds, ANZ Investments, the old OnePath, had delivered the best return and Mercer the least. ANZ Investments earn an equivalent of 5.56% per year over that contribution pattern. In fact, the 5.56% is an after-tax and after-fees return, and is probably better than what you would otherwise have thought it would be for a default fund. It certainly is better than the after-tax return for a bank term deposit with the same contribution profile.
In our next update, we'll be looking at the set of KiwiSaver growth funds that you can choose, and we'll use the same analysis to see what gains these options would have given you over the same time regular savings pattern, and what the equivalent return has been.
It is a feature of our new analysis that you can only look at it on a since inception basis. It's a dollar return or an equivalent return of all the contributions put on over the time. If you're to see more traditional return results, we'll still have them on our pages as well. We hope you find this approach useful. We think it's the best way to compare funds when the contributions are put on by a regular savings basis, as you do with KiwiSaver. I'm David Chaston with Craig Simpson for interest.co.nz.